Welcome everyone. We're thrilled to kick off Converge with a bang. And I promise you one thing, that today's session is going to be as reflected in the title and be bold. Today is not just another product session where we're going to drop a few new features. It's a moment, a pivot point, where we present new ways of working and winning, not just for your business, but for every single employee in your business. It's going to be bold, it's different, it's something no one else is doing in the industry. And it's built entirely for the world you're operating in, a world where expectations are higher than ever and technology is moving faster than ever. So if you want to lead in this new world, you're in the right room. So pay attention, you won't want to miss this. We're going to show you today that we're listening to you, our customers, to the industry. We're going to share with you our perspective on what's important for the future. And importantly, we're going to bring this to life, not just today, but on follow-up sessions at Converge, where you're actually going to see live product demonstrations and see live customer feedback as well. Usual reminders apply as we talk about the future and confidentiality. But let's move on. First of all, for those of you that I haven't met before, I'm Sarah Edwards. I'm Chief Product Officer here at Kantata. And actually my passion and my whole career has been rooted in professional services. I've spent over 2 decades in the industry as a consultant, leading and scaling services teams. And now I've got the incredible opportunity to shape the innovation that's really going to take this industry into the next era. I'm thrilled today to be joined by our Chief Technology Officer, Vikas. Vikas brings more than 2 decades of experience, not just building B2B software and AI solutions, but leading transformative change on how technology powers work. And actually what we're bringing you today is the result of that fusion, deep industry expertise combined with deep technical innovation, and it's going to change the game.
Thank you, Sarah. Honored to share the podium with you. And we're really excited to share what we've been dreaming up.
Thanks, Vikas. Well, let's start with our big, bold vision for the future. And actually, I want everyone on the call to just stop and think for a minute. Think about your business right now. While we're on this call, which is just a 30-minute call, what's actually happening in your business? How many people are actively delivering and engaging with your customers and prospects? Let's imagine you've got 200 people. That likely means you've got, over 50 active projects being delivered, 500 client conversations happening this week, calls, workshops, check-ins. You've got over 50 proposals or statement of works in flight being written, reviewed and revised. You've got thousands or hundreds of deliverables being created, strategies, plans, roadmaps, reports, and thousands of emails and messages exchanged with clients, sharing insights, solving issues, and managing scope and delivering value. These are thousands of micro moments of expertise right now being generated, and each one of these moments holds immense value to your business. That killer proposal that won the deal, a solution to a complex problem, a client objection and how you overcame it, a risk that was spotted early and avoided, a way of working that, well, just worked. But unless you have a way to capture and share that value across the business, what happens to it? It disappears. Ask yourself honestly, what is happening to all the information now in your business? Is it truly shared across the business? Does every single employee learn from it? Or is it stuck in inboxes, siloed in disconnected tools, stuck in meeting notes, or worse, gone the moment someone leaves your business or a project ends? We're going to change this. What if every project, every proposal, every outcome, every employee, and every agent was your best? In fact, not just your best, but the best ever. We're going to move Kantata from an operational system to a system that delivers value for every single person in your business. Imagine a world where every conversation, deliverable, and project insight is captured and turned into value, where the moment your team delivers a brilliant solution, it's automatically reusable to others. The second a client gives feedback, it feeds into your delivery playbooks and drives action. The expertise behind every successful project can be pulled into your next proposal or used to coach every individual. This is the future we're going to build, and we believe we have to do it because you can't afford not to. To survive in this industry, you need to differentiate now on expertise more than ever, but you have to package it. You have to continuously automate, evolve, and learn from it. This is the only way you're going to deliver faster and better than anyone else. And if you don't do it, someone else will. As a customer said to me in Manchester last week when we had our customer event, I'm not afraid AI will replace me. I'm actually afraid someone who uses AI better than me will. And that's the reality we're all facing, every individual and every business today. And let's be clear, Kantata isn't just sitting here inventing the need for change. Your business, your employees, and your customers are demanding it. And that's where I wanted to start today, because actually, let's start with the simple truth. Every one of us is bombarded with headlines, buzzwords on a daily and probably even an hourly basis, that talk about disruption, reinvention, transformation of an industry that, to be honest, has always lagged behind. I've worked in this industry for a long time, and the one thing I've seen is that we all drive change and transformation to our customers. Yet internally, we run our services businesses how we've always run them: heroics, hard work, reliance on the same people battling for the same hours to grow our revenue and protect our margins. AI isn't just coming for services. Let's be honest, it's already here. And reinvention isn't optional. It's disrupt or be disrupted, lead or be left behind. And I'm not just hearing this from the industry. Over the past few months, I've spoken to more customers, more prospects, more partners than ever before, listening to you and understanding what are your challenges and where do you need help. And you're telling me you have to scale out impact, not headcount. Headcount growth and billable hours is no longer enough. You need to differentiate on the value and outcomes you deliver. You need to deliver more with less. But importantly, and a customer told me this the other day, I have to deliver better. Yet how do you achieve this when you're also telling us it's pretty hard to evidence outcomes? Delivery teams are often set up for failure, particularly as we're doing more fixed price work and outcome-based work. I don't even really know how to price for revenue growth. I only schedule people. I don't really have a way of tracking the value and cost of both people and agents. And I still rely on tribal knowledge, heroics, and I still run a business where I'm running around putting out fires. These are real painful problems you've shared and that we hear time and time again. And it's no longer good enough to survive and win in today's rapidly evolving market. We won't survive if it just becomes a race to the bottom. I just have to do it faster than anyone else. In fact, I love to run. People who know me know that. And actually, as I was thinking about it on my run this morning, it made me think, well, actually, as a business now, we're all being asked to run a marathon, but at the speed of a sprint and on a course that never stops changing. I think you're running hard, but with no clear sense of actually, are we winning? Anyone else just fed up of hearing agents, agents, agents? Here's the truth. Creating endless agents isn't the answer. Automation alone won't make you stand out. It just keeps you in the race, but probably still behind. As a customer said to me, don't help me automate the easy stuff. Help me reach the higher, harder hanging, fruit that really leads to transformation in my business. And that's exactly what we're here to do. We're here to take you in a new direction. For those that have just joined the previous session, this slide was presented on that. And it really talked about, the different roads that we have in front of us. And I think we should all ask ourselves, what is our AI strategy really? Because just plugging in ChatGPT into a process isn't a strategy, it's a party trick. Automating tasks doesn't build lasting differentiated value that you can grow your revenue with. A real strategy scales your expertise to differentiate, win, and operate with differentiated value, not hours and days. So let's imagine that world where you're differentiating and selling outcomes with repeatable packaged services that deliver high margins and scale revenue per human to maybe 5 or 10 times what it is today, where you truly differentiate on your expertise made up of your people, your agents, your deliverables, your skills, every experience gained from every project and every conversation. Can you honestly afford to take the road on the left? The challenge is we have to change how we operate or it won't get us there. Today, your experts walk out of the door, either at the end of the day or permanently when they leave the business. Knowledge is still siloed. Project data is lost in emails, deliverables, and slides. You can't find what worked last time, and that's costing you. I've spoken to so many customers that have said, I've been running all my projects through Kantata, but actually, where's the insight from that? How does it help me move and run my next project even better? The problem is traditional systems help you track inputs and processes, but your clients are buying outcomes. They want proof of capability and value. They want predictability, low risk, assurance of time, cost and time to value. They want continuous innovation, advancements and improvements. But your business isn't set up to listen and learn. You need that operating model that builds knowledge, learns from it, and applies it to every single engagement and every single person in your business. This is the operating model of the future, and it's not built on the traditional pyramid. I mean, whilst I'm showing a pyramid here, it's very different from the traditional pyramid where growth really meant more headcount and expertise was developed slowly over time. That model doesn't scale anymore in a world that's demanding speed, automation, differentiation. You need to now have a balance of repeatable automated services that scale efficiently alongside high value propositions. And in a world of people and agents where the market moves fast and expectations shift even faster, you need to operate with continuous innovation and constant evolution. So the question isn't, should we automate? Absolutely. It's, where do we automate next? How do I deliver faster than the competition, lower risk? How do we build and protect our differentiation? And that answer lies in a blend of people and agents. And this is the next generation operating model, not just more efficient, but more adaptive, more intelligent, more competitive. And in an increasing demanding world, it's critical. And we believe that one thing more than anything else is critical to this new operating model. And that is your expertise. So what do I mean by expertise? Well, let's be clear on the definition before we dive in. It's not just what your people know, it's what they learn, what they do, what they create. Expertise lies in your people, your agents, your deliverables, your playbooks, your templates, your best practices, your most successful work, and even the challenges you've had along the way. And it's growing every single day with every conversation, every project, every insight, every action by both humans, and importantly humans, and now AI. What if you could capture all that collective intelligence and apply it to what you do next? That's your superpower for the future. The ability to learn faster than anyone else, to turn every success and misstep into advantage, to evolve constantly and outpace the market, not just once, but every day. That's what makes you unique, differentiated, and future ready. Traditionally in the past, and in fact, there was a book I think Malcolm Gladwell wrote, which said it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. Well, in today's world, no business is going to survive if an expertise takes that long to build. You know, we've all heard the phrase, 1 million PhDs in your pocket with AI. Well, imagine what the possibilities if you had your collective services expertise in your pocket. It becomes like a secret bank account you never knew you had. Every project you've delivered, every proposal written, every staffing decision made, all of it has been a deposit. With Kantata now, we're going to enable you to unlock a new currency for growth, expertise. You're gaining access to lived experiences of every services engagement, how they were delivered, who shaped them, who worked on them, what assets were used, what worked and what didn't. Knowing that a deliverable was completed or a meeting took place is very little on its own. But when you can tie that to the delivery cycle, it can become really impactful. At what stage did it happen? With what team? Under what scope and budget and timeline? With what commercial structure? With what type of customer dynamic? This becomes transformational. Your expertise stops living in the heads of individuals and starts becoming an organizational asset for everyone. Every single piece of knowledge is not just captured, but anchored in real-world context of how you sell and deliver your services. And that's Kantata's right to win. We're going to turn your collective expertise into your competitive advantage. Kantata is building the world's only vertically focused expertise engine specifically for you, the services industry. We're going to help you, our customers, evolve your business to a future operating model that's more than just simply automating and optimizing the status quo. We're going to help you make every project your best project, every employee their best, and make every sales proposal the winning proposal. The Services Expertise Engine will continuously learn, connecting new data sources and knowledge to the services delivery lifecycle, and provide accelerators that supercharge sales, delivery, and success. But perhaps most importantly, it's going to move Kantata from just being an operational system that really benefits a few to a truly transformational system for every single user. In fact, Vikas, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Expertise Engine and how it's going to work?
Thank you, Sarah. I'm really excited about this as well. I've been building enterprise software for over 2 decades now. And in that time, I've seen a lot of trends come and go. But every once in a while, You get to be a part of something that changes the entire game. The expertise engine is that moment for us. This is not just about how we're building a new product. This is our blueprint for a new kind of services company, and I'm thrilled to walk you through the architecture. The core paradox of a services business is that your most valuable asset, your collective expertise, is hidden, scarce, and volatile. Your expertise today is trapped in documents, siloed in conversations, and it walks out of the door every single night. Our architecture is a blueprint for solving that problem. This is how we turn your expertise from a risk into an asset that you can leverage forever. Harnessing your experience. It all starts here. We connect to all your data sources and bring in every document, every conversation, and every data point in your organization that is relevant. We carefully curate only the right information. Next, we transform this data into intelligence, creating a living knowledge graph that understands the hidden relationships between your people, their skills, your projects, the budget, your clients, and the outcomes that they're asking for. Next step is to turn this intelligence into action. Our Agent Studio and Workflow Designer are the tools that allow you to codify your best practices and turn them into unique, automated, repeatable processes. This allows you to replicate the expertise of your best consultants, codify what they do best, and scale that expertise to all your consultants. At the orchestration layer, we know that our engine is not going to live on an island by itself. So we built it to integrate across your entire enterprise, connecting to hundreds of tools that you already use, from CRM systems to ERP systems to ticketing systems. The result is a suite of purpose-built agents that drive tangible business benefits, from generating winning proposals in sales to predicting risks in delivery, to automatically creating the right work breakdown structure, and to assist your consultants in doing their tasks. So with this architecture in place, your expertise is no longer hidden, volatile, or scarce. This is how we move from a business that scales by hiring more people to a business that scales by getting smarter. This is the future of the services industry, and we're building it today for you. The key principle of the expertise engine, to put it simply, is to become an expert. Most of the AI you see in the market today is a one-size-fits-all solution. It may be useful to a degree, but it doesn't understand the unique language of your business, your industry, your clients. We've taken a fundamentally different approach. Our architecture is designed to build layers of expertise, creating a model that is not just intelligent, but is a true expert in your world. We start with large language models, which are getting better every day at general knowledge and reasoning. To that, we add the knowledge and the language of professional services world, projects, resources, budgets, skills, invoices, everything that we've learned about the PSA world from thousands of customers like you. Building on that expertise further, we're able to hone in on and specialize in your specific industry, be it legal services or marketing agencies or IT services and countless others. The bottom line is that 90% of all the intelligence that you need is ready and available on day one. Next, we're able to tailor the intelligence further by adding your specific business language, your taxonomy, and also the language of each of your clients. This is fundamentally not a one-size-fits-all AI, and is designed to truly be an expert at your specific business. Another key guiding principle for us is learning. The problem with traditional business systems is that they're static. They don't learn from your successes or your failures. The expertise engine is built on a completely different principle. It's a living system that gets smarter and more effective at every project you run. It's not some knowledge sitting in an ivory tower that gets stale 6 months after it's rolled out and gathers dust. Expertise engine truly gets better with every project. Every outcome and every piece of feedback is fed back into the engine, and then it uses those learnings to fine-tune how your future project should unfold. This creates a continuous virtuous loop of learning that makes the expertise engine compound over time. We want to provide you with maximum flexibility. Every one of you has a unique business, a unique team, and your own unique AI strategy. That's why we've designed the expertise engine with what we believe is the industry's most open and flexible architecture, tailored to support your agentic strategy. First, for the fastest path to value, you can leverage Kantata's pre-built agentic solutions. These are our out-of-the-box accelerators for core functions like sales, resourcing, delivery, and forecasting, designed to solve your most common problems from day one. But we know that many of you are already making investments in AI. The second path is designed for you. Our platform is fully interoperable with your own agentic investments. Through an open API gateway, the MCP, you can connect your custom-built agents to our platform and allow them to consume the rich data and insights from your Kantata environment. And then, for those of you who want to build AI solutions from the ground up, we offer a third path. You can build your own agents directly on the Kantata platform. We give you access to the same building blocks our own engineers use, our agent studio, our knowledge graph, our workflow engine, so you can create bespoke solutions tailored to your exact business needs. I want to touch on some of the principles that have been the guiding principles for us as we've designed and built the expertise engine. First, proven. This isn't a black box, making things up. There is no ghost in the machine. Our AI insights are grounded in real and verifiable data and results that come out of your PSA system. We're not inventing answers. We're surfacing the proof of what has actually worked in your business. Human AI partnership. And we take this very seriously. Our vision is not to replace your consultants, but to amplify them. The engine acts as a co-pilot, handling the science of delivery so your people can focus on building client relationships. And crucially, the system is continuously enhanced by their feedback. It's about compounding your IP. This is how we solve the leaky bucket of expertise. Every project and every outcome is captured and turned into a reusable asset. Your intellectual property no longer walks out of the door. It compounds daily and making your organization smarter. Domain mastery. Generic AI is not going to cut it. Generic AI doesn't understand the language of professional services. Our engine is purposely built based on the feedback from working with thousands of customers, deep understanding of your world, projects, resources, SOWs, budgets, and which is what allows our AI to provide relevant and actionable insights. And finally, transparent and auditable. For you to be able to be confident in using our AI, you have to be able to trust it. Our system is designed to explain the why behind its recommendations, giving you the confidence and the evidence you need. And we want to turn this expertise engine into a competitive advantage for you. Finally, on the last slide, I just want to say our North Star is making all of your consultants as effective and as best as your best consultants and amplify their productivity 10 times. And Sarah is now going to take us through how that's coming to life.
Fantastic. Thank you, Vikas. I'm so excited to sort of talk you through and bring this to life a little bit more in terms of some of the use cases that we're covering. In fact, what makes me excited is I've spoken to 2 customers today, and each of them has cited an issue and a problem that I think we can absolutely solve with the expertise engine in terms of how am I learning from every project I'm delivering? How's that factoring into how I'm calculating and managing risk on a project? The use cases are real, and I hear them from customers with every single conversation that I'm having. And we're building a number of modules that will be powered by the Kantata Expertise Engine. And if you think about this across the sort of the life cycle of services, sales is actually where it starts. And this is where we're going to start as well. Because to win, you don't just need a good proposal from a template. You need to prove that you can deliver better than the competition. And that means proving your credibility, showcasing differentiation and backing it up with real expertise. But what do your sales teams do today? Well, they probably have to go and chase around people or look in PowerPoint decks to understand what client story would really resonate. Where have we delivered something like this before? Do you really understand the scope of the project and the client dynamics that's going to tell you in real time, what the margin is likely to be on a project like this? Kantata will help you create that winning response, pulling insights from your past and active projects, learning what's worked and weaving that into every build. And crucially, it's going to make sure that that knowledge gained in every sales cycle doesn't just disappear at the end of sales. It feeds into delivery and how you deliver your project, setting up that delivery team for success. Our staffing accelerator will take resourcing to the next level of intelligence. Teams can be auto-matched based on skills, experience, and cultural fit. You can scenario plan resources, schedules, and impact. And skills are continuously extracted and surfaced from every project and every conversation. Every time I do my timesheet, every time I complete a task, I'm building experiences that we want to make sure that we're captured and surfaced. And making sure that you're staffing based on the right team chemistry and proven track record of success. Our delivery accelerator will guide everyone to their best work every time. Workflows will be optimized across people and agents. Risks patterns can be detected early. Your firm's IP can be injected into every action. I've been assigned to a task. Well, give me an example template for that task. How do I do that task better? How do I learn from others that have done that task to make sure that we're continuously learning? How do I make sure that we know what's worked before, that we can reuse again to solve and address that issue or that task? And let's not forget forecasting. How do we enable you to predict the numbers and know when to pivot, to track margin across, again, people and agents, to automate reforecasting, to spot trends, patterns, and signals before they hit the bottom line, and run scenarios and test outcomes? And what if Kantata could actually learn from all of that and tell you what you should be automating next? How should I be balancing my portfolio around high value services, but also what needs to be automated for my next iteration of my services catalog? We're starting with the sales accelerator because, again, we've heard from customers winning is harder than ever. And actually that sales to delivery handover remains one of the biggest pain points that customers raise with us. So now we're going to make your collective expertise your true sales differentiator. Imagine this: you finish a discovery call or you get an RFP in. Within seconds, you have a proposal, a budget, complete with risk flags and optimal mix of people and agents, all built from similar past projects. It surfaces reusable assets and case studies. I don't have to go and hunt from those. It's creating my evidence-based proposal that proves my credibility and showcases I've got the right team. Delivery risks and margins are not just flagged, they're paired with recommendations. And when you win the project, it automatically creates that handover straight into delivery. Nothing's lost, nothing's reinvented. Well, if it all sounds too good to be true, join a session tomorrow at Converge, where we'll be bringing this to life with a live demo of the Sales Accelerator. And we won't be doing it alone. We're doing it with Foyle, who's one of our first beta customers, and they're going to share how excited they are about the journey we're going on and how it's going to transform their business. I thought we'd just do a quick poll, actually. So if we can launch the poll, it'd be great to hear from you, out of those areas, sales, resourcing, delivery, and forecasting, perhaps which one do you think would have, be the most transformational to your business? So it'd be great if you could respond to that poll. And again, that can feed into sort of as we look at our roadmap and priorities. So let's move on to our roadmap and priorities. I think we can finish the poll now. So if we look at our roadmap and next steps, just to give you a flavour of this, well, we're already building some of the foundations, and actually we're releasing agents today that will benefit from that Kantata Expertise Engine. We are moving fast, and we're already working, as I say, with a beta customer, and we plan to release the Sales Accelerator in Q1 next year. We know our customers are excited about this. Actually, don't miss out on the opportunity. We want beta customers to join our waiting list and get engaged early to help us shape and deliver, the Sales Accelerator. So again, we're going to launch just another quick poll, and it'd be great if anyone wants to raise their hand and whether you'd like to sort of join the waiting list and get engaged early as we shape and drive the innovation. We'll finish the poll. I know we only had 30 minutes today, and I know Vikas and I could talk for a lot longer about the Expertise Engine, but I just wanted to finish with a couple of questions that I think people probably have. I know there's going to be questions coming out of this. And I know people will be asking, will the Expertise Engine be available for both OX and SX customers? Absolutely. We're building the engine and architecting it for all of our customers. Does it mean we're no longer investing in OX and SX roadmaps? Absolutely not. In fact, on Thursday, you'll hear from our OX and SX teams. We continue to deliver and listen to you and deliver in our OX and SX products to drive continuous value and improvements. And the final question I'm sure everyone's asking is, well, will I have to pay for the expertise engine? We haven't finalized pricing yet. We do plan to, obviously, this has value to our customers. We'll be charging for it. But right now, our focus is on proving value with our beta customers. Once we've proved that value, we'll align on pricing as we move to GA next year. And finally, I just wanted to reiterate some of the sessions that are happening at Converge that you can attend. I would encourage everyone to attend the session that Martin and Severe are joining with our customer foil tomorrow, where they'll be bringing this to life. They'll be demonstrating the sales accelerator and showing you how we're building this, what it looks like, and you'll hear directly from Foil who we're working with. We also have a number of sessions that are happening around, the platform, so the expertise engine and the platforms that we're investing in. So we'd love you to join these sessions that Converge. Vikas and I are excited about, where this is going to take us and where it's going to take you, our customers, and look forward to hearing from that on some of our future Converge sessions. The only thing I'd like to finish with is that there's a fireside chat is our next Converge session, where I would encourage everyone to attend. I know Hester personally, who's going to be joining and talking about, as a CFO of the services business, actually how is that role evolving, talking about the journey, including AI, and she'll be joined with Melissa. So looking forward to everyone joining that session. But I think we're at time, so thanks everyone for listening. I hope you're as excited as we are, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you.
Thank you.